Hello, we have made it to the land of fire and ice, Iceland. We just grabbed our rental car here from the airport and we are actually running behind because our flight was delayed by 2 hours, so we are heading straight to the Sky Lagoon. We chose the Sky Lagoon over the famous Blue Lagoon that you've probably seen all over the internet and Instagram because it's a little bit quieter and a little bit cheaper. So we're gonna head straight there and check that out and let you guys know what that's like. The terrain is very rugged. It's almost Mars-like, I would say, and it's also insanely windy. You might not be able to hear in the video. Oh, maybe you can actually. We just pulled up. It's a pretty beautiful building, but it is in this kind of more industrial part of town, right next to John Deere. We purchased the Pure Sky Lagoon Pass, which was $60 a person. It is perfect if you don't have a ton of time or you want more flexibility. There is also the 7-step ritual pass, which is more expensive and it goes through a few different skincare wellness rituals, so it does take a bit longer. The Pure Pass does give you access to the locker room with lockers where you can lock your stuff through a wristband. There's also showers, shampoo, body wash, hair dryers, and towels, and there's no limit on the amount of times you can go in and out of the locker room and the lagoon. With the pass, you do get access to the main lagoon, which is fairly large, and also the cold plunge and lagoon bar. Obviously, the lagoon bar is an additional cost, and we thought it was pretty spendy, so we didn't purchase anything, but it is there. The experience was overall super relaxing, and even though there is quite a few people, you can definitely find your own space. We were there in the middle of the day on a Saturday, and there's plenty of space. The water was a perfect warm temperature, even though it was a cool and windy day, and it balanced out perfectly. Definitely a 10 out of 10 experience. We just finished up at the Sky Lagoon. We're all changed and showered now, and we are heading into Reykjavik to have some lunch and then explore the city. But for now, we're heading into the city, and we gotta find some parking. Just made it to Reykjavik. It is very cute. Dylan just pulled out of the car to pay for parking or figure out how to pay for parking, and now we're gonna walk around. Hopefully it's not too windy, but it is very beautiful. It is so cute. Starting off strong with the traditional hot dog and a chocolate milk. After coffee, it was time to explore downtown Reykjavik. It is absolutely beautiful here. It's a little windy at times, but it's sunny. The weather's gorgeous. We're just exploring Reykjavik. I think I'm not in focus. Dylan's too tall to be in frame. But we just saw the famous church. I'll insert names of everything below because they're very difficult to pronounce. Up our little tour of Reykjavik. We saw everything that we wanted to see in about half a day. We picked up some food from Icelandic street food on the way out, but it was pretty spendy in my opinion. So we also stopped at a grocery store to get some basics for tomorrow, since we're going to be doing more hikes and the Golden Circle. So I will do a haul to show you guys what prices look like here in Iceland, but we just got to our Airbnb and checked in. It's pretty small, it's a studio, but it is just what we need. We've been here less than 5 minutes and made ourselves at home. So there's just a little studio with a dining table full of all of our stuff. And then a very tiny kitchen, just some basics. It has a fridge, sink, trash in there. And then microwave, French press, toaster, and some utensils. And then we have bathroom, shower, toilet, sink, and then it does also have a washer dryer. I don't know if we're gonna use it since we're here for so little time, but it is just a little studio attached to the owner's house and has some beautiful views. There's a golf course just there, and there's some walking paths that we might check out later this afternoon, and some chairs outside. Okay, this is what we got from the street food place. I'll open up the soup, just 2 pieces of bread, a little thing of soup, and it was $18 US for a soup, which is pretty expensive. It's called Fisherman's Favorite, so we're hoping there's a lot of, I can't open this with one hand, a lot of good seafood in there, but $18 seems a little bit.
What's in?
It's mashed potatoes. So we misunderstood.
Is it just mashed potatoes?
Yep. And it's just mashed potatoes. Or mac and cheese. But we definitely didn't get a soup, and we paid $18 for this, so that's on us. It's fish?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay, well that's more worth it. So it is actually like a mashed fish. It does look like mashed potatoes. It's not focusing, but you get the gist. It's actually pretty good. It's just expensive. And after we eat our little snack, early dinner, I'll show you what we spent on groceries. Which, yes, they were expensive, definitely. Probably a better deal than this. Okay, let me do a grocery haul and show you guys what we got. So we spent $26 in total. We got 2 of these liter water bottles. So the water is actually safe to drink here from the tap, but we're gonna use those to refill for our day trips besides just our regular reusable water bottles. So we have extra water, and those are about like $1 each, so pretty fairly priced. Let's see, we did also get these like donuts for breakfast tomorrow. I already cracked into them, pretty decent. Those are a few bucks. We got 4 of these like bread rolls to make some sandwiches for our road trip tomorrow. 3 or 4 bucks, not too bad. We got some bananas. All of these were like $3 US. What else did we get? Oh, it's in the fridge. And then here's where the hard hitters come in. This ham was like, it's like what? Like 10 slices? Not even. This was like $6. And the cheese was like 7 or 8 for 8 slices. And this was the cheapest one. Like we just chose the cheapest one, which was this English cheddar for our sandwiches. And then we also got this yogurt to do a taste test later. It's like the authentic yogurt they have here called Skyr. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Skyr. And that was pretty fairly priced. I think it was like $1 or $2. But you can see some of the things like the meat and cheese, pretty expensive. The other fruits were very expensive, like strawberries, blueberries, avocados were crazy. I think they were like, I don't know, like over $10. And then the other stuff we brought from home just to have some snacks. So that's why I didn't include these in the price. But yeah, I guess if you wanted to get water, Red Bulls, and Doritos, those are some of the cheapest things. But if you wanted to eat a bit healthier, the fresh produce is definitely more expensive. We didn't look at prices of like meat and seafood and things like that, but this should be enough at least for tonight and tomorrow, and we'll probably have to run to the grocery store again after that. So we just actually left. We showered and accidentally fell asleep for a little bit, but it's not even 7 p.m. so we decided we should not mess up our time difference and go to bed now, even though it was on accident, and go for a little walk. Our Airbnb host told us that there is actually some nice walking paths just down the street from our Airbnb. That's our Airbnb. Okay, Dylan's going back for a better jacket, but we're gonna... I'm also going back for my winter jacket. We're gonna go for a walk. Wake us up a little bit. Okay, round 2 now that we're better dressed. And just for an idea of how far we are, so we're 20 minutes from Reykjavik, but hold on, as soon as I pass this building, I can show you guys how far it is. So Reykjavik is right there. There's the church. Okay, now I got all blurry, but you get the gist. Well, we finished our walk, and we were gonna stay in and have just whatever we got at the grocery store and some of our lunch, but we finished our lunch for dinner. But we're gonna be young and spontaneous. We found a cheap kebab spot in town and we're pretty excited, so we're gonna go get some kebabs, and it looks like they're around $10 US, so I think a pretty fair price. The freaking kebab place was closed. It's bad looks. We got a parking spot, we walked there. The open sign wasn't on. Online it said it was open, but there's 2 dudes sitting in there, but the door was locked. So couldn't get in, didn't look like they were making food. And then 2 dudes walk in after us, do the same thing, try to tug on the door, look in the place. Then 2 girls. So everyone in town just wanted a kebab tonight, and it's closed. So it's a bummer. We're trying to find an option. The only thing we've really found open is an ice cream shop, which is obviously not a dinner option. So we might be having some sad sandwiches back at the Airbnb. They wouldn't be sad, but I got pretty hyped up for the kebab, and the menu looked really good. So, bummer. Okay, we're gonna test the Skyr yogurt. It tastes exactly the way Greek yogurt tastes in the US. It tastes like chobani. I don't know what people are talking about when you see people on YouTube and they're trying it and they're like, oh, it's interesting and has a weird aftertaste. I think it's just yogurt. There's nothing different about it. I mean, I'm sure maybe they use a different protein here. Not protein, bacteria. It'd just be yogurt. That concludes our first 24 hours in Iceland. Stay tuned for the next vlog where we do the Golden Circle Loop.